This morning on Education Nation, we're talking about house calls. Across the country, more schools are encouraging teachers to meet parents outside the classroom.
But does it really make a difference when your teacher comes into your living room? Well, NBC's Erica Hill went to St. Paul, Minnesota to find out.
It's not every day your child's teachers come to call.
Hi, I'm Sarah Benedict.
Yet across the country, home visits are becoming more common. The goal, stronger relationships and better learning.
Oftentimes we forget that the parents are the first teachers. So when you go and you build a relationship with families and they show their children how enthusiastic they are, that transfers into children.
In Minnesota, the St. Paul Parent-Teacher Home Visit Project is now in its third year. Modeled on an initiative started in Sacramento 15 years ago, there are now similar projects at more than 200 schools across 14 states and the District of Columbia. At each visit, teachers ask parents a simple question. What are your hopes and dreams for your child?
There's nothing more powerful than for a child to hear a mother say, "This is what I dream for my child."
Well, this year,
Veteran teacher Sarah Benedict is just weeks into her first year with the program. Already, she sees the benefits.
Juliana's mom said, one of my main concerns is that the math homework is so difficult because of the language barrier.
I want you to listen.
I've been able to kind of make some adaptations in how I'm presenting the homework.
Your teacher's been to all of your houses.
Yep.
Yeah?
The kids are also inspired.
I was excited about telling her stuff that I like because I really like to do a lot of stuff in the classroom because I want to learn and I want to get in college and be a good student.
Across town, Atticus Wills is in his third year with teacher Ida Lee Hurwitz.
come on in.
But it wasn't until she began home visits that things really clicked.
I think the home visits have kind of sealed the deal because now we're all on the same page.
A lot of creativity with playing. So it's been enlightening for me.
A big brother.
Better understanding of home life means a different approach at school, and it's paying off.
She's not just a teacher anymore. You know, she's part of the family.
Atticus is more comfortable and even better about doing his homework.
And we're going to learn.
You have long days as teachers. You use a lot of your personal time.
Totally worth it.
A seemingly small investment of time with an enormous payoff.
Thanks, bye-bye.
For today, Erica Hill, NBC News, St. Paul, Minnesota.
It's a really great idea, but if your teacher doesn't make house calls, we've got some information for parents this morning.
That's right. This is exciting. Parents can do a lot, of course, to help their children continue to learn outside of the classroom. And NBC News now has launched a new website. It's called the Parent Toolkit. It gives parents some guidance on how to do that. It's being rolled out later on today as part of Education Nation. It's sponsored by Pearson. It's a great resource for parents.
Yeah, so this is a website, and what's the real goal here?
The real goal here is to allow parents to have an online resource they can go to make sure, the standards are changing all the time, and this is arranged by grade level. Parents can click on the grade that their child is in and see certain benchmarks and ensure that their children are reaching those academic milestones.
You talk about the standards and the benchmarks. They can be confusing for parents.
Yeah.
So if I have a first grader, which I do, a 6-year-old, how do I find out if he is hitting those benchmarks?
So in first grade, if you see, you would just click on the benchmarks or the growth chart, and it tells you, for example, these are things your child should be doing. Read and write numbers from 20 through 120. Quickly read words that appear frequently in text by sight. These are some things you want to aim for. And then also there's a section for parents, tips to make sure that your child, you can sort of guide them through the process in learning. And it's just an additional resource to work alongside with what the teachers are teaching them in the classroom, because we know, your kid's success in school is so dependent on parental involvement.
And does it also have information about if your child needs help outside the classroom?
Yeah, outside the classroom, exactly. We'd give you these tips for parents first grade. They should be, counting using items like blocks, pennies, candy. Play simple word games with your kids. Read words on road signs. Just some examples of what's on our toolkit. It goes through pre-K through 12th grade.
Some good ideas there.
All part of Education Nation. All right, Natalie, thank you very much.